In a little village called Greenwich, two young artists named Sue and Johnsy lived together in a small apartment. They were the best of friends and shared a dream of becoming famous painters. That winter, a cold and cruel visitor came to the village. It was a disease called pneumonia, and it touched many people. Sadly, Johnsy became very sick. She lay in her bed day after day, getting weaker and weaker. The doctor visited every day, but he was worried. He told Sue that Johnsy had lost her will to live. He said that if she didn't want to get better, medicine wouldn't help much. Sue was heartbroken. She tried everything to cheer Johnsy up. She talked about fashion, art, and all the things they loved. But Johnsy didn't respond. She just stared out the window at the brick wall of the house next door. An old ivy vine grew on that wall. Its branches climbed high, but because of the cold autumn weather, its leaves were falling one by one. Johnsy watched the leaves fall and started counting them. "What are you counting, dear?" Sue asked. "The leaves," Johnsy whispered. "The leaves on the ivy vine. When the last one falls, I must go, too." Sue was shocked. "Oh, Johnsy, don't be silly. The leaves have nothing to do with you getting well. You will be fine." But Johnsy wouldn't listen. She was convinced that her life was tied to the last leaf on that vine. Every day, she watched as more leaves fell in the wind and rain. Sue became more and more worried. Downstairs, in the same building, lived an old painter. Mr. Behrman was his name. He was over 60 years old and had always dreamed of painting a masterpiece, a truly great work of art. But he had never started it. Sue went down to talk to Mr. Behrman. She told him about Johnsy's strange idea about the last leaf. Mr. Behrman was a grumpy old man, but he cared deeply for Sue and Johnsy, whom he saw as his own daughters. He scoffed at the idea. "What a foolish thing to believe," he said. But he was also very worried about Johnsy. He agreed to go upstairs with Sue to see her. They found Johnsy sleeping. They looked out the window together. The wind was blowing hard, and it was raining heavily. Only one single ivy leaf remained on the vine. It clung bravely to its branch, but it seemed it would fall at any moment. Mr. Behrman said nothing and went back to his room. The next morning, Johnsy woke up and, with a weak voice, asked Sue to open the window curtains. Sue was afraid to look, certain the last leaf would be gone. She slowly pulled the curtains back. But look! The leaf was still there. After the heavy rain and the fierce wind, one ivy leaf was still hanging on the branch. It was dark green near its stem, but its edges were yellow with age. "It was still there. It's still there," Johnsy whispered, surprised. "I thought it would surely fall during the night. I heard the wind. Well, I will see it fall today, and then I will go." But the day passed, and the leaf did not fall. Another night came, with more wind and rain. The next morning, Johnsy again asked to see, and again the leaf was there. Johnsy stared at the leaf for a long time. Then she turned to Sue. "Sue," she said, "I've been a bad girl. Something has made that last leaf stay there to show me how wicked I was. It is a sin to want to die." A change came over Johnsy. She asked for some soup. She asked for a mirror and started to comb her hair. She began to have hope. She told Sue that one day she hoped to paint the Bay of Naples. The doctor came that afternoon. He was pleased. "She's going to be fine," he told Sue. "Her will to live has returned." But then he added, "Now I must go downstairs to see Mr. Berman. He has pneumonia, too. He's an old, weak man, and his case is very serious. There's no hope for him." The next day, the doctor told Sue that Mr. Berman had died in the hospital. Sue went to Johnsey's bedside. She put her arm around her friend. "I have something to tell you," she said softly. "Mr. Berman died of pneumonia today. He was sick for only 2 days. They found him in his room the morning after the first storm. His shoes and clothes were all wet and icy cold. They couldn't imagine where he had been on such a dreadful night. And then," Sue continued, "they found a ladder that had been moved from its place, and a lantern still lit. And they found a palette with green and yellow paints mixed on it, and some brushes. Look out the window, dear, at that last ivy leaf on the wall. Didn't you wonder why it never fluttered or moved when the wind blew? Ah, darling, it's Berman's masterpiece. He painted it there the night that the last leaf fell."